Hey everyone, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for all of you Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. So if you have a strong Taurus placement or you know somebody who does, this might be a reading for you. So please take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good, and I am truly grateful to have you all part of my channel, Raven Black Stars Tarot. So with that being said, let's move on. What's going on? 2 cards dropped out. Let me get some more cards out here. The 2 cards that fell out quickly was the 7 of Wands with the Devil. I feel as if, don't let anybody push you into a corner to do something that you don't want to do. All right. So if you're feeling like somebody's putting a lot of pressure on you to do something that you don't want to do, I would hightail it out of there. All right. Because I feel like that's a real warning for someone. Don't let anybody do that to you. All right, let's see. Dear Universe, what's going on for all of our Taurus at this time? Taurus, you come out in your own reading as the Empress. Ooh, I like it. So Taurus, I feel as if, if there's something that you have been really working on, it's time for you to bring it out into the open. I think people are ready to receive you, to help you. Maybe you want to touch base with someone before you actually launch. So launch could be a business, it could be a website, whatever it is. I feel like this is something that you have really been nurturing and trying to make manifest. And with this 3 of Pentacles supporting it, I just get the sense that before you actually open the doors, you want some opinions. But listen, Taurus, when people tell you their true opinions about what they think you could do better or not better, whatever, you've got to be open to it. All right. So, constructive criticism. All right. So, a few of you, there's an issue with the law. Maybe sometime in the next couple weeks, you will be dealing with, and I feel like it could be between you and maybe another earth sign. We got a lot of earth energy here. But, there's a situation that comes up where there's a lot of fighting between you and this person. You might be dealing with another Libra. But whatever it is, it has to do with rights. This is my right, So, yeah, they're cat fight. So I just get 2 women, So I feel like it has to do, I feel like it has to do with money. It has to do with some contract or, and it's like we signed a contract and blah, 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 So there could be arguing over a contract that goes on for some of our Taurus. All right, what else do you have to tell me? Let's get some more cards down on the table for our Taurus at this time. I think if you are in the artistic realm right now, I think you're doing very well. I really feel like you're a standout. Like you have talent, and I think people see that. And that could be why when people give you criticism, you kind of cop an attitude because you already know it, right? Like you're good at what you do, and what do they know? But listen, outside perspective is huge. It's huge. So you've got to listen to it, even if you don't like what you hear. All right. So now I am seeing that some of you may end up walking away from a job or a situation that no longer serves you, whatever that is. Because I have you sitting here on the 4 of Pentacles, but you're walking away from whatever it is. I mean, you've been holding on to something for a long time, all right, with this 4 of Pentacles. And it's time for you to go out through the window, see the cat's like, hey, let's go on. Let's move on from here. So I feel like some of you may actually move on from a job or an area or a place and go where you can really kind of gather your thoughts here with the Hermit. So, endings, beginnings, that kind of thing is what I feel is going on for you. But it's leading you into where you want to be. All right. So, you're walking away from something that has kept you from what you've always wanted to do. Because you've been hanging on, sitting on this chest, going, all right, well, this is my job, and this is what I'm going to do. So for a few of you, you know, if you do make this transition, it would be really helpful if you take some time off and just go be by yourself. Just kind of, because I do see you, you know, here there's twice now, I see you just sitting in meditation, just trying to gather your thoughts. I think relieved that you walked away from something that you've been hanging on to way too long. And well, you know, Taurus, you're a fixed sign. That's what's going to happen. So I love that that is what I see coming, because change is never easy. And I think if you are going to make some changes, it might be good for you to take some time off and not, you know, jump right back into the frying pan. Just kind of recoup yourself. Because I do see that, you know, time alone, time just kind of, you know, just being present with nature. Nature's a big theme here. You're sitting here in the woods and now you're on the beach. So I feel as if just kind of being where you can just sit with yourself and almost kind of recharge your batteries after this whole situation. Because I think for many Taurus, and I'm not a Taurus, but I think for a lot of Taurus, when you have to make such a big change, it takes a toll on you physically, mentally, you know, because, you know, you like where you are, you know, you can make it work wherever you are right there without making any moves. And you never move quickly. But this time, I think it's time. And I think you know it. And especially if you have been working on something and you have these talents, these creative talents, and you're like, hey, what do you think about this painting I did? You know, and these people are like, you know, I really like it. But maybe if you added just a little bit of contrast here, it would push it a little bit and you'd move the space a little bit more. I mean, you know, this is what I'm saying about, like, you know, I think you're ready to take this opportunity as an opportunity to do what it is you've always wanted to do. So that's a great reading for you, Taurus, and I hope that comes true. Let's turn our attention to the Kipper, huh? Because we've got some time. It's only 7 minutes in. All right, dear universe, what messages do you have for all of our Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the energies going on right now. What messages do you have for our Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. All right, distance horizons. See, I feel as if there's travel. There's, you know, you're going to be put into a position that will anchor you. All right, you weren't anchored in this job. You were stuck in the job. You weren't anchored into this house. You were stuck in this house because you had a contract. And I think you're trying to get out of a contract. And you might be a little concerned about that. You may have some concern over if you are involved in a relationship, Taurus, that is at a distance. You might have some concern, or they might have some concern as to whether or not we will be able to make this manifest. I think a lot of that, what's coming to mind, is whether or not you truly trust each other. If you really trust each other, then I feel that the distance wouldn't be too much of an obstacle. But if there's concern over whether, you know, distance, you know how it says out of sight, out of mind kind of thing may be coming up. So what else do we have for our Taurus? And you might have concern over someone you love who is at a distance, not necessarily a relationship. All right, so here is... Yeah, see, I feel as if, all right, Taurus, I got to tell you to mind your own business, all right? Please. It's not your road. It's not your journey. It's not for you to decide how somebody lives their life. I just have to say that for someone. Because I feel as if you have these expectations of how something's going to turn out based on what you maybe are trying to manipulate, control. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. And, you know, really, you know, don't worry about what's going to happen in the future. Especially if you're walking away from a situation, now you're moving into a whole new thing and you don't know, and my life's a mess and blah, blah, blah. You have to have faith. You have to have faith. And, you know, again, I've got to go back with this whole relationship issue with somebody at a distance. you know, your expectations may be, you know, more than what this person has, you know, intended. Maybe they just enjoy the communication of just talking and conversing with you. And maybe they're not really interested in like maybe a relationship. And you know how it is. I mean, you know, people, when you start texting each other, I mean, all of a sudden, you know, it gets a little personal. And I think maybe, you know, your feelings might be a little bit more towards them than their feelings towards you. So have no expectations and just enjoy the relationship no matter what, okay? You enjoy each other's company. Listen, a good friend is better than a good lover who leaves you for another, all right? I'm just going to say that. All right, listen, you guys, I'm going to end it here. Taurus, please take what works, leave what doesn't. If you like the reading, great. If you didn't like the reading, that's okay. You know, there's lots of other readings that are coming. But hit that thumbs up button. That really helps my channel. And yeah, I'll see you at the next one. Until then, see you. Bye.